Hi guys, this is Anonymous with another Warcraft 3 audio commentary. Just as a note here, I'm kind of running out of steam, so this is probably going to be my last commentary for today, sorry. Um, anyway, this is, Th000, I'm going to call him 000, versus SaSe. I don't know how to pronounce either player's name in this game, so I'm going to call him SaSe, and I'm going to call him 000. Anyway, 000 scouting early with his militia. I'm not sure what he gains from scouting this early. Maybe he's going to put a farm up in his opponent's base. But he can't, I mean, nothing is going to be happening. Oh, he's going to scout that it's a tavern build, but does that matter? No. So, he's probably going to put a farm up. There we go. 000 going for a normal build. This is on Echo Isles, by the way. This game is from Road of the King. And yeah, I've watched this game. This has got to be one of the best games from that tournament. Period. Wow. That is going to be a problem. Okay, I promise to go edit out that cough. Yeah, that was unbelievably loud coughing. And if you were freaked out by previous coughs, if you heard this one, you would actually go through the ceiling. I mean, that was loud. I was looking at Audacity, which I have in the background, and the spikes were like, I don't know. They filled the whole thing, and then some, the whole bar. Fun stuff. Anyway, and 000 now putting up a second farm, and this is really weird. I mean, he's not going to get this one up, I guess, because his peasant is being harassed by the archer. He may actually manage to get it up. That would be pretty ridiculous if he got up to second farm in SaSe's base. I was going to call him SaSe, and I forgot. Yeah, he's going to get up this farm, and he's even going to be able to get his peasant out, I think. So, very nicely done by 000. And that's going to be a huge annoyance because he's going to have his opponent's base scouted for the entire game, basically. For the entire early game until SaSe has some time to come back. And meanwhile, 000 has gone for the Mountain King first. Gets a clause of attack. So, Mountain King first and 2 farms in the opponent's base. Not bad. Stormbolt. And he might save his militia here with that Stormbolt. Yeah, just manages to save his militia there. Could have just pulled it back, but he didn't seem to want to do that. Anyway, now sending across the Mountain King and a footman to harass it. He'll probably go for the Wisp harass. Meanwhile, SaSe, with the Dark Ranger first, is creeping a bunch of skeletons up. And he's going to send those across to harass 000. So, both players just doing a little bit of minor harassment. The bolt harass is kind of annoying, but Mountain Kings run out of bolts, so it's not incredibly devastating. Let's see. This farm's still up. Now, 000 trying to come around the bottom, finds an Ancient of War and half a base down here. SaSe's forced to build it down here so that it's not scouted by the farms all the time. He just wants to have 000 a little bit in the dark as to what he's doing. Looks like SaSe's trying to creep these Murlocs and pulling them way out towards his Ancient of War, going to creep them this way and that way at a safe distance and going to get less poison on his units. Looks like he's still got 1 archer poisoned there, but it's not as bad as it could have been. Meanwhile, SaSe's building an Ancient of War out in the field is going to get pretty heavily harassed by this Mountain King and footman. It may get cancelled. He may have to cancel it manually just to prevent it from going up and getting taken out immediately. And oh, yeah, that's boring. Let's look at something else. Let's watch him creeping. That's also boring. Not much going on. Is he teching? No. 000 is not teching. Neither is SaSe. And 000 SaSe let the Ancient of War go up. Now 000 kills it and gains a level. So that was not the best outcome. 000 now creeping an expansion, and so he's gonna get a fast expand, and that's gonna be an advantage to him. Obviously, it's not a super fast expand, but it's gonna be enough. I mean, I assume he's gonna expand here because he's brought militia. He may be just creeping it for fun, but I think he's gonna expand here. But he brought a lot of militia, and now, yeah, gonna kill that squirrel so he can put up his building. What is that, a raccoon? Hacked to death by peasants. Not a pleasant death. Meanwhile, SaSe's creeping this kobold camp at the Mercs, and there are so many kobolds here, I'm going to give him a lot of skeletons, and those skeletons are probably going to go directly across and harass 000's base, and that's a fairly large number of them. And 000 is still not with an arcane tower up. He hasn't built it. Unfortunately, that archer doing a lot of damage to SaSe's own units, and that's a little bit careless there, but did manage to get the footman kill. Now another lightning shield goes off, again doing damage. 000 bringing in the Mountain King now, dusting, and he's going to be able to get this archer kill. Thanks to the dust, they can't hide. That Huntress, again, putting damage on SaSe's own units and not doing much to his opponent. It's a little bit careless. Now, again, wiping his skeletons mostly out, so he's not going to be able to do an effective harass, taking so much damage on his skeletons. However, he's going to be able to kill some footmen, gets a level 2 Dark Minion from that. Now the Mountain King going for the Dark Ranger. The Mountain King has lots of mana for a bolt, and this could be really big trouble for the Dark Ranger. It's going to have to TP for sure here. As soon as another bolt goes off, there's going to have to be a TP. 000 inexplicably pulling his Mountain King back. He should have just gone for that Dark Ranger where he could have gotten a forced to TP. Instead, he goes for the Archer, and I'm not sure what that was all about. Now going to try and creep, but their Huntresses here. Sneaking the Mountain King out behind the Huntresses is going to go for the Dark Ranger again, but this time there's so many Huntresses, he's not going to be able to get it. He's going to be forced to retreat. I guess the point of that was that 000 saw that there were units in there, or guessed that there were hidden Huntresses, and didn't want to go in. Maybe able to sneak a Huntress kill here. Grabs with a bolt, grabbing the Renegade Wizard kill. Dark Ranger gets the Ring of Protection +3, not a huge deal. Tech yet? Yeah, 000 teching. SaSe is done with his tech, just now putting up his tier 2 buildings, I guess. Yeah, there's a lore and another lore. So 2 lores. Yes, 1 and 1 makes 2. 000 coming in again with the Mountain King. Gonna bolt the Dark Ranger once again, trying to get his Mountain King out now. The new Tree of Life is up for SaSe. I didn't notice that. He's expanded in his base, and he's gonna walk that down to the gold mine. Sort of like Terran floating out their command centers. I don't think it's entirely necessary in this case, because 000 does not have water elementals to cancel the building. He doesn't have the kind of force that he would have up if he had an Archmage, and I think building it inside his base is a little bit of overkill for SaSe. Now purchasing an Ogre Mauler at the Merc camp, and a Mud Golem actually, and I'm not sure what this is for. Maybe SaSe is planning a Merc push. If so, it's a little surprising to see him buying these and not the Troll Shadow Priest. Circle of Nobility drops, that's a good drop. And SaSe has finished creeping out his expansion. Now going to bring that Tree of Life down there and set it up. And so it's going to be 1 expansion versus 1 expansion. And also SaSe getting a Panda, that's going to be immediately bolted. 000 not going to go for this around. It's going to get his what's it called? Scroll of Region cancelled. Now trying to surround the Panda, not able to do it. And as there's a force coming in, he wouldn't have been able to hold this around anyway. 000 trying to pull that last footman out, going to be able to get it out. So good micro there to run away with that footman, but now he will probably just have to deny it. He has two towers up at his expo that will hold against the Huntresses. Meanwhile, a couple Dark Minions going into 000's base and going to harass the peasants, but there's a tower up here, so this harass not going to be very effective with the tower up and militia being called, so the Dark Minions will be chased away. Also, finally, 000's farms being taken out in SaSe's base. 000 now at 41 of 48 population. He's building new farms. He will be fine. He won't have to worry about running out of population because of this. And now, meanwhile, doing some multitask. No, his Mountain King is there. I didn't see it. Doing some creeping. Gets a Manual of Health, so that'll give him 900 hit points on his Mountain King. It's not 100. It's 50. I knew that. Catching a couple Dark Minions out and going to kill them for free experience. I don't know how much you get from those. A medium-sized chunk. And now creeping going on. Both players going to fight over this creep camp, presumably. Obviously, SaSe has the advantage in that he has the Dark Ranger, which is a great creeping hero, and he will take control of this creep camp to be able to kill it. We'll see what drops for him. This camp can have good drops, if I recall correctly. Yeah. What is that? I can't see it. I guess it's a claws. So that's a good drop. It should go on the Dark Ranger, of course, but